Good morning.
Morning.
This looks like my 8 a.m. class. So get ready for a 3-hour lecture. No, I'll keep it short. I will keep it focused on how this technology, what is this technology, immersive technology, and what's exciting about it, and how industry can use this technology. Everybody can hear me in the back? Great. So as Jack mentioned, I'm the founding director for Augmented Reality Center at Oakland University. Very excited about it. I'll give you a little bit of more details at the end of the presentation and a sneak preview of what's coming up next. So a good place to start is, what is this excitement about this technology? Just like you heard about ChatGPT, it came on the scene, and in a couple of weeks, everybody is talking about it. You heard about the metaverse and other things. So what is this immersive technology? Why is this excitement? And I can sum it up in one statement for industry. This is one of the emerging technologies which will be the force deterrent going forward for industries to use. And by one projection, it's over a $500 billion market by 2025. So that's very exciting. And for us at Oakland University, do we have the workforce ready to be engaged in that technology? That's our focus there. So the next thing is, who are the big users of immersive technology? And we started looking at various industries, who are using it, and should we be teaching students about it? What kind of education do we want? And the unsurprising result was that gaming is going to take the lead. By 2025, it's the biggest user of the technology. They are already using it since several years. You have games which are VR, AR, all that stuff is happening already. That's exciting because they are doing a lot of stuff in this area. Next, we looked at the next industry is, of course, the entertainment industry. Movies, TV series, everybody has started using this technology in a very cost-effective way to make entertainment. So those two were not surprising. What the surprising part was that manufacturing industry by 2025 will be as big of a user as entertainment. So this kind of said, okay, things are happening in this area and we need to take a closer look. And with manufacturing, the other big user will be healthcare. So they have identified many applications where this technology can really help out. And that was exciting. That these are main areas for Industry 4.0, and we really need to start looking at it. Okay, so here comes my lecture part. What is this technology? What is going on behind this technology? What makes it work? So I'm going to give you that in 2 minutes, and just an overview of what makes this whole thing work. But before that, let me define. There is a lot of confusion about what immersive technology is. You have heard the terms virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, all kinds of realities, and what do they mean? And what should we be focused on in the industry point of view? So if you look at the reality continuum, at one end, we exist. Our reality exists, the real world. What you look around, this is real. So that's our reality. At the other end, we have the virtual reality, where we create a completely artificial world, totally generated digitally, and you immerse a user in it as if they exist in it. And that's exciting because now you have a new way of doing things. You can create an environment, put a user in it, and let them interact with that environment. Let them do things in it. So what is the advantage of doing this? You can create an environment which could be risky in the real world, but in a virtual, you can train them. For training, for other uses, It's a great way to do it for designing things. If you have a machinery you're designing, a CAD design, you can look at it in reality as a one-to-one model in front of you and walk around it and experience it as if it was there. This is all exciting. So virtual reality has a place in industry where we could start using all those features and implement it in various applications. So you have the reality, you have the virtual reality. Right in the middle of these two realities lies the augmented reality. And it's actually just that. It's a mixing of real world with the artificial world. So you exist in your real world, but we start giving you information in the real world. It could be in the form of data. It could be in the form of virtual objects which populate the real world. So this is a little confusing, but actually it's not. You have probably seen this in many places already using smartphones. You can look up smartphones and it will put information as you're using the camera of that. That's augmented reality. Here you can put in real-time data as you are looking at something. What is the status of that thing? You can give instructions of what to do in the real world on real objects. You can pop up an object in front of you in this world, visualize it, like how it will look like in reality from CAD data. So there are so many possibilities here which you can do in the augmented reality world. And to be honest, for industrial users, this is the technology which is 10 times more going to be used than virtual reality. Virtual reality is good for certain applications. One of the things is you get cut off from the real world. So there are safety concerns in industrial environments where you cannot have that. But in an augmented reality, you're not cut off from the real world. You see the real world as it is with enhanced information in that world. So that the uses for that in industry are phenomenal. So let's come back to the question that how does this happen? This is all very exciting, and you are now that how do we do it? What's the magic behind it? I can summarize that in one word. And SLAM is actually an acronym we use, which stands for simultaneous localization and mapping. That's the magic behind AR and VR. How does a headset or a smartphone or a tablet or anything understand the real world and know where it is in that world so that it can enhance it or it can put digital information right on the real world? I have a very short video which I want to show you to make you, if you have never seen this technology before, to help you understand how this thing works. Hopefully you were able to hear that. So he very quickly explained that how some of the sensors on the phone or a headset, one which you have the glasses, needs to understand the real world around you before we can manipulate it with a different reality. So the question they have to answer is, where are you in the room? What are you doing? You have to look at your actions, your hand motions, and all that stuff. What are you seeing? So I can understand what do I have to enhance? What are you actually looking at? So eye tracking and all that stuff. What are you hearing? And so on. This really is your consciousness is duplicated in that application to understand the real world. So we can do something with it. And it takes a lot of sensors and technology to actually achieve it. Nowadays, these headsets which have come out miniaturized all that stuff so well. You've seen the Oculus Quest, the Apple new headset, the Value headset, which is on display here. They are all encompassing all these technologies within. And as we move in the future, they are miniaturizing it even more and more. But that's what you have to do to really implement immersive technologies. to a level where you can actually interact with it. So one thing is to just visualize it and see it, with a lot of simple applications, do gaming, do all that. But the next level is to actually make it useful to you, interact with it, manipulate it. And that's what we need to have in order to do it. So, this is all very good. We have the technology available, though it may be a little expensive now, but the prices keep going down as we move forward. We have to define your application, how you can use it, and as you move into this world, you will have cost-effective hardware, software, everything available to you. So where can we use it? If we look at Industry 4.0 applications, manufacturing industry has a whole lot of applications where they can use the technology right now, and they are already doing it. Many companies have started to do that. If you think of, if you create a machine or some equipment or anything, you have a CAD model of it. You can create a digital twin, which is a digital model of what your equipment is. And with this technology, you can visualize it in the real world. You can use it for designing. You can use it for maintenance. You can use it for commissioning. There's so many different ways you can start using that data which you already have. You can use this technology for visual guidance in real world. Operator training. Think of it this way. If you are looking at an application, brand new, you've never done, how will I teach you? I mean, the simplest thing is I give you a document, read it, this is how you do this. Or I can show you a video. You look at a video, somebody doing it, and it's much better. You learn much quicker that way. But what if you put on the glasses or project something, either way, augmented reality, as you start doing, it's telling you the next step right there in the real world, do this, and it's checking it. And this is the next step. Imagine how quickly you will do that application now. As if you have a personal assistant guiding you. That's the power of immersive technologies. Here is an example from a company, Valiant TMS. They are using this Microsoft HoloLens, where several people at different locations are looking at the same hardware model from CAD drawing right in front of you, and then doing a design. So you can see that you have collaboration with people at different locations. They're all doing the same thing, they're all seeing it, and they can collaborate and do inspections like that. All possible with immersive technologies. It's so much different if you try to do this on a computer screen. Think about it. This is where, when you experience it, you will never go back to a 2D computer screen, because now you have a 3D model, you can walk around, you can look carefully, deeply into it. Much more effective to do it that way. Here is a virtual walkthrough on a factory floor for an automated line setup. It's not there, but from CAD drawing, you can import all of that, and as you walk through, you see where things are going to be. The robots, the conveyors. And the nice thing there is, you have to make a change. The change is happening in the digital part. You don't have to physically relocate a machinery. Time saver, cost saver. So you can do it all in the digital domain, so much easier. And then once everybody's happy, there you go. Here is another example of operator training where you are looking at an assembly station, you set it up digitally in the digital domain, and you can walk into it on the factory floor as if it's set up for you. And you can simulate how that whole thing will work. Again, you can move the things a little bit differently for ergonomics. All can be done in the virtual world, and once everything is finalized, then you can realize it from the factory floor, exactly where you see it. And here's another example from Light Guide. And this is another form of augmented reality, which is projected on the assembly station. You can project videos right there on how to do things and highlight the parts, the next step. The nice thing here is, as I mentioned, you have a personal assistant who's not only guiding you, what is the next step, it can also do quality check. Did you do that step right? Because there's a camera which is watching what you're doing. It's understanding. So it's instruction and quality check in the same step. So this is where a lot of excitement is, that you can take new hires and quickly get them up to speed using this technology. Okay, so we talked about which are the big areas which are going to go forward in immersive technology, and of course we said the gaming is always going to take the lead. Nice thing, this is really good for us because they are developing cost-effective solutions, hardware, software, because the gamers can't afford expensive stuff, right? What our goal at the Augmented Reality Center is how can we leverage that for manufacturing? They are doing the stuff, we want to work with them and provide it to manufacturing industry. So with this, we opened our center and we hooked up with the premier game manufacturer in the world, Epic Games. They make the gaming engine, Unreal Engine, and it is already being used in the industry for various purposes in simulation by the US Army, by automotive companies. And it's a very powerful engine, which also runs Fortnite, if you know that game. It's one of the most popular game in the world. So we said, how can we use this engine for immersive technologies? And we looked at the Unreal Engine and its capability. There's another engine also, Unity. So both of them are very powerful engines. So we picked Unreal because Epic Games is one of our partners in the center. If you look at this entire factory simulation is done in that gaming engine. The assets created, the photorealistic look and feel of it, and not just that, the motion of the robot, the physics, everything is done in the engine. It has that power. And it's free. So where can you go wrong? What can you do? It already has capability of handling exceptional data quantity, but that's what games require. Huge maps of the world and all that. It already has the capability to have multiple users interacting with it. So all that things are needed for immersive technology applications. So we are leveraging all that. Here is an example of how this engine is being used in the industry. Some of the companies, including the military, are using it for simulation in a variety of ways. And this is both in augmented and virtual reality. So with this thing, it's clear to us that we need to use Unreal Engine or a powerful gaming engine and build immersive technology application, leverage what the gaming industry is doing, and transfer it to industry application. The vision for our center was clear, that we will meet the immersive technology needs for the industry around us and beyond as we move forward. And this is what differentiates us from any other university. I don't know if there are any other universities doing this. There are universities who are focusing on the technology side, and they're doing great work. There are universities focusing on the design side, and they're doing great work. What we decided to do is combine the two. At Oakland, we have a terrific engineering school, one of the top ones here, and we have all these technologies. And we decided to collaborate with College for Creative Studies, which is the premier design school in downtown Detroit. And we are bringing in the user interface, user experience to combine with the engineering. If you think of an immersive application, you can have the best engineered application, but a lousy interface and nobody's going to use it. They will use other things. So you have to, equally important is the look and feel and the user interface to those, because they're highly visual applications. We need to combine the two, and we identified that early enough, and we said this is the way we're going to go. So at our center, with that, we propose it to industry. At the current point, we have over 15 industries which are part of the center. They're not only providing operational costs for the center, they're providing advice and guidance going forward. And you can see that it's a mix of automotive companies, technology companies, creative companies, and government, all of that. And we're really, really excited about this partnership because the guidance we are getting is what we want to do is what's needed right now in the industry. We need to focus on that. And with that, we are forming the faculty teams, the student teams, and if you are not a member of ARC, you will have that opportunity to join the center and leverage what we are doing in your own companies. We have 3 initiatives. I'm going to quickly give you a very brief introduction to ARC. 3 initiatives for our center. One of it is creating a lab where anybody can come and experience all what I've been talking about. Because there's no way I can talk about it. Once you experience it, then you understand how you can use this for your own applications. Second is to create educational programs so the next generation workforce is well versed in it and work in your company. And of course, third is to solve industry problems, putting faculty and students on projects. And in our lab, we already have some demonstrative applications going. GM is working with us on a next generation showroom, which will be, you wear a headset, you see a car, you can change colors, you can change trim levels, you can sit in it and drive it, all on the showroom. We have KUKA robotics company, actual robot, virtual object, training. It can show you how the robot is going to move in air before it moves. We were not able to do that before, but now it's realizable. So all those new things, you will be able to see that in our lab. We have Light Guide who's here. They are demonstrating the projected augmented reality, how you can use it for training and assembly. And our educational program, as I mentioned, is interdisciplinary. So we are addressing science, technology, programming, design, all, not leaving anything out. And this combination, we think, is the key to create the next generation skill set for the industry. And of course, we welcome projects from the industry, which we then can distribute, collaborate with other companies who are working with us to find solutions, and assign them to students and faculty teams to work. And finally, what I'm most excited about, we have a public grand opening for our center next week on June 23rd. And if you're excited about what I have told you, please visit the Oakland University table and sign up to attend the event also. Thank you very much.